Hey guys, I'm so excited to share with you my brand new digital teacher planner. I made the choice last year to go paperless in my classroom with all my students and all of their materials. So this year I decided to follow and go paperless with my planning. Now I am a big fan of the Happy Planner, but I wanted to go digital. I wanted to just be able to grab my iPad, go to a meeting, and just be stress-free, not have to worry about it. So, with that being said, I went on Etsy, I went everywhere else and tried to find a planner that met my needs, and none of them did. I needed a lot of particular things and to be able to insert things whenever I need it. So, I created this digital happy planner. With that being said, I use the iPad Pro, the 12-inch one, and I also use the second generation Apple Pencil. Now, this planner can be used on an iPad. It can also be used on an Android tablet device. I've also tried it out on a Surface Pro, so that works. There are many apps available for the iPad to be able to use this planner, but I highly recommend the GoodNotes app because it's just so much easier to manipulate and so much more user-friendly. If you're using an Android tablet, Surface Pro type thing, then there is a free app that you can use, and there are many compatible stylus. All you have to do is just Google Android equivalent to Apple Pencil. And also, if you have an iPad and you want to use a different stylus besides the Apple Pencil, you can just Google stylus compatible with GoodNotes. Now, there are GoodNotes 5 app and then the GoodNotes 4. GoodNotes 5 came out after I started digital planning, so I still use GoodNotes 4. So you can use the cheaper version or you can upgrade to GoodNotes 5. It's your choice. I want to say the GoodNotes app is like $7-ish, but it's worth every penny. I plan to use it when I go to the TPT conference to manipulate the notes and the handouts, and then I'm going to use it obviously for my digital planner. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show you what happens when you download the digital planner. It will automatically send you to a Google Drive link, and inside that link is a folder. The folder will have the digital planner for your iPad tablet. It will also have, if you would like to use this in Google Slides, it will have a Google Slides version. And of course, you can print from the Google Slides version if you'd like. And there will also be over 100 digital stickers that I will show you how to use either in Google Slides or on your app. So this video will be centered around my iPad, but just know that you can use it on other tablet devices. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like whenever you download the app. And again, this is an iPad Pro. You do not have to use an iPad Pro. I'm pretty sure it works on an iPad too as well. Make sure you look at the product description. I'm going to list all the compatible apps and different iPads and things like that. Now, again, I am using the second generation iPad Pencil. It is absolutely worth the investment and it makes it so much easier. I do like this case because it can store my pencil inside to where when I close it, my pencil is not hanging out and can be hit whenever I put it in my bag. I will link this case for you just in case you are interested. But this is the iPad Pro. So what I do is I take the planner after I've downloaded it onto my computer and I airdrop it to myself. Of course, you can email it to yourself, download it straight to your iPad or tablet or any other device, but I like to airdrop it to myself so that way I can easily just have access to it. So once you airdrop it to yourself, it should pop up and it's going to ask you where you want to open it with, and I open it with GoodNotes. From here, it's going to ask you to put it in a certain category. I also have a Gradebook product. There is a Gradebook included in this one, so I'm not going to put it there. I have a planner category for this and a stickers category, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in my planner. So it's going to go ahead and load the planner, and when you open it, you will notice that it has a cover page. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the different tools for GoodNotes as soon as you open it. So if you notice, there is this left arrow. This left arrow will bring you back to your different categories. So I have all of these different categories. I have my gradebook, planner, and stickers. In the stickers category, I had my other stickers, and this is the one that comes with it. So you can click on it and it will open it back into another tab. So back at the planner category, when I open it back up, you have this little waffle button, and that is more of like your page navigation, and it'll bring you all the different thumbnails for all the different pages. And as you can see, there are multiple pages for a cover, and you can choose which cover you would like. And if you want to get rid of a cover, you would just hit edit, select the one you would like to get rid of, and hit trash, and it will go away. So if you want to get rid of all of those and keep this one, then you would just select them all and go to the trash button. So I'm going to keep them all and hit done. Now next to the waffle button is a plus sign. This is if you would like to add different pages or image or text box or anything like that. You can also get that by holding down on your screen, and you can do insert image or text. Next to that is a shape button. So when you click on this shape button and all the shapes become highlighted and become blue, then you can draw a different shape and it will automatically make it a perfect circle, square, triangle. So if I'm trying to draw a rectangle around something, I just click that button and draw a rectangle. You want to unclick it, obviously, and it'll go away and won't be shaded. This next one is the zoom tool. So if I would like to write my name up here, but I didn't want to zoom in and out, I can go ahead and move this box to where I would like to write it. And since it's now centered above it, I know that when I write inside of this box, it will be centered. Now in your pencil, there are a bunch of different color options, and you can also use presets. So this is one of my favorite colors, so I held it down and preset it there. And so when I write my name, I can write it big at the bottom, but it will be fitted into this box at the top. Please ignore my terrible handwriting. And when you hit the X, you can see that it's gone. So that was this zoom tool right here. Here you have your pencil tool, which is what I kind of just showed you. You can always edit it and customize it. You can add colors or delete colors. And here they have the different pencil sizes along with all the different colors. Next to that is your highlighter tool, which you can also customize the different colors. So if I wanted to highlight my name, I can just highlight it, and I can do a bigger version, and make sure you look at all the different customizations, make it big, small, whichever you would like. Next to that is your eraser, which obviously you can erase. And next to this is the lasso tool, which is one of my favorite tools. So let's say I wanted to move my name to the bottom. I click the lasso tool and I want to go around my name like I'm tracing it. And it will then select it all. From here, I can move it to where I would like. You can either resize it, make it bigger. You can copy it if I wanted to put it on another page, take a screenshot, or anything else you would like to do, or if you wanted to just delete it. The next tool is my navigation tool. This is how I select and move from page to page. Now, of course, you could use your finger, but if you're using your stylus, you want to use this this tool. Over here on the buttons, the 3 dots is kind of like your options tool. Of course, they have navigation at the bottom, but here is where you would go if you wanted to export or print it. So let's say I'm on a calendar page and I would like to send just that calendar to my principal. I can hit export and export the current page or all pages, and I'll be able to email it to her. Or you can just print the current page or print all of your pages. So this way, if my partner teacher wants to know what I'm doing this week, I can easily just send her that current page. Okay, so let's go ahead and get past all of the 8 different cover options. Now, when you delete these ones you do not want, it will not mess up all the rest of the pages. So this is your first page of the teacher planner. So here we have a home button, and this home button is signaling this page. This is your home page. This is almost like your table of contents. Down at the bottom, there is a link to a gradebook, a passwords log, your schedule, and notes pages. All on the right are all links to the different months of the year. When you are selecting the navigation tool, all of these links will work. So if for some reason you're on this and you're clicking and it's not going where you're supposed to, it's because you weren't on the navigation tool. So once I select the navigation tool and I click on October, it will bring me to October. Okay? So when I click home, I will go back to that table of contents page. So this is just a beginning page where you can just write your name, school, and your picture. I'm sorry, not your picture, and your name and your grade level. At the bottom, I will show you the different tools we have here. So we have a Gradebook. I did say this was similar to the other product I have, so the Gradebook is kind of embedded into this one. So when you click on Gradebook, it will bring you to a table of contents kind of for your Gradebook. So I will explain a little bit of how I use the Gradebook. I teach 3 different classes and I teach them all math. Okay. I also am in charge of keeping track of their conduct grades for each grading period. So I'm going to go ahead and label each of these for each of my different classes. So I'm going to say block 1 math, block 2 math, block 3 math, block 1 conduct, and I'm going to show you why I'm writing on these tabs in a second. Now, of course, you could edit this to however you would like. So if you wanted to say, let's say you teach all subjects, you could have math grades, science grades, social studies grades. So the reason why I labeled each of these is because when you come to the navigation tool and I click on this, it's going to bring me to this page. So I labeled this page on my table of contents link as block 1 math. So I want this also to be block 1 math. And I'm going to show you in a second how to make this look better. So this is now block 1 math. So I have all of these different places that I can write their names. So one way that I write their names, so I start writing, that's way too big. Make it a little bit smaller. So I write some names. Okay, and of course you could fill them out as best you can. So let's say I also needed this list to be listed on the next page for block 1 social studies grades, because I also teach them social studies, but I don't want to rewrite this name. All I have to do is click the lasso tool, circle around it, hold down on it, and hit copy. I'm going to come over here, pretend I want to paste it here, hold down on the screen, press paste, and now I have this list. So let's say you teach the same class, multiple subjects, I will be able to easily just copy and paste those lists so I don't have to write them over again. Okay? So when I go back to the home button and I click Gradebook, here I am at my Gradebook. So if I want to go to block 1 math, I just click on block 1 math. So if I want to go back and start working on my block 2 math, I'm going to click on block 2 math and start writing block 2 math. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go back home. So that is your Gradebook option. Oh, one more thing I want to show you. So this is just going to be for me for my first 9 weeks, because we do 9 weeks, like grading periods, I guess you can say. So this is my first 9 weeks. Now, I need one of these for every single 9 weeks. So if you click this button down here, it brings you to the next Gradebook, which is the exact same thing you just saw, but another set. So every single Gradebook has a table of contents and 6 pages that you can use for checklists. So let's say you also wanted to use this page for Block 1's math grades, and you wanted to use it for Block 1's accommodations, because maybe you have some friends that get small group or calculator use. So when I write their names in, I can easily just copy and paste them and use them on the other side, since it's both considered Block 1. And so if they get calculator, if they get calculator, then I would just check them off. If they get small group, I would just check them off. Now, of course, you can always zoom in and write better than that, better than I did. But you get the idea. So when I go back home, go to my gradebook, this is my first 9 weeks. If I wanted to go to the second 9 weeks, then I can label this one, or second grading period, whichever your district uses it. I also have a third one and a fourth one. So all of these are links to whichever page you would like to call them. So you can label this page permission slips for field trip, and it should still work that way. Okay, so if I go back home, I'm back at my table of contents page. So like I said, every single one of these tabs are working links. So the next one would be a passwords log. This is just a simple log where you can insert the different websites that you use or a program and the usernames for each. Okay, so if I go back home, and then I can go to my schedule. So you can easily write in your schedule, or if you're like me and you need a typed version of your schedule, then you can always just insert it into your page. So I airdropped this picture that I just created. What I did was I typed my schedule out on Microsoft PowerPoint, and I saved that slide as an image. Then I just airdropped this image to myself. So now it's like in my pictures. So I'm gonna click this button right here, and then I'm going to click copy. Then I can go back to my GoodNotes, hold down on my screen, and hit paste. So now I can just put my schedule in here and it's ready to go. Okay, so if I go back home, I did gradebook, passwords, schedules. Now I have notes pages. So these are notes pages that I've designed to meet whatever needs you have. I have plenty of notes pages, but if you would like to add more notes pages, you definitely can do that. If you would like to copy notes pages and put them somewhere else, you can do that as well. Also, if you put in notes pages that are particular to a certain month, you can also move it to that month by just clicking edit, selecting it, and moving it wherever you would like to. You can also hold down on it and move it that way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the notes section. All of them are pretty much the same. They have a place for the date up at the top, and you can also get to the different navigations on the side. So they're all pretty simple, and in a second I'm going to show you how to insert a page or a handout you received from a meeting into these pages. But right now I'm going to go back home, and I'm going to show you the different months. So every month is laid out pretty much the same. So when I click on July, it's going to bring me to a starter page for July, and it's going to have the different months of the year surrounding July, 5 very important events you can write down, any goals, any holidays, or a word of the month that you are aiming towards. And these are any notes for July. Like I need to make sure I print out my roster or anything else that I want. So all of this can be customized to how you need it. So let's say I want to write print, that's kind of big, new roster. I'm a perfectionist if you haven't noticed. And then you can have that. You can even lasso it and move it around if you would like to, however you want. So after this page, you have this page at the beginning of every month. So when you click to the tab, it brings you to this page. So you have October, November, and when you click on these small months, you can also be brought to those months. So if I click on October, it's going to bring me back to October. So every month has this starter page, and then after that, you have your open calendar. So this is just a calendar view that sometimes I like to use to just see briefly if we don't have school or anything else like this. And on the side, I've listed all things that are like top priorities. Like I need to make sure I get my grades in, or make sure all things are updated or organized around my room. Now, on this Monday tile, I will tell you that when you click on the Monday, make sure your selection tool, when you click on that Monday date, it will bring you to the lesson planner page for that date. So you don't want to click on Sunday because we don't go to school on Sunday, but that Monday date will bring you to that page. So every week has one of these layouts. So I like to use the layouts like this because I just like to see my dates. But again, for me, I teach math for 3 blocks. So my math block 1 might be here, block 2, block 3, and then I also teach a school-wide intervention group, so I might do it somewhere here. I might use block 1 for 2 of them, and so on. So every single month has a every single month has a link to each week lesson plan. Now when you zoom in, it's very similar to a digital bulleted journal, so that way you can kind of stay in the lines whenever you are writing without having a bunch of lines. So I do like how you can zoom in and out the best that you can. So you can customize this to meet your needs the best any kind of way, really. Next, I'm going to show you how to use the digital stickers to make this your own. One of my favorite parts about digital planning is how you can make it your own without having to print out a lot of different things. So I like to insert cute fonts and different sayings and different pictures, but I hated to print them out and put them in my Happy Planner. So I created these digital stickers that have many different options. So there's like over 100 different stickers. So this is the table of contents. When you click on the word, it brings you to that sticker. So let's say I'm looking for a first day of school sticker that I want to label it. Because I'm extra, I like to have it looking cute, and my handwriting is not my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure my selection tool is selected, and I'm going to click on first day of school. So I have 2 different options for you, and I'm going to go ahead and choose this pink one right here, and I'm going to use my lasso tool to go around it and select it. Then this take screenshot button comes up. I'm going to click it, and it brings up a screenshot of that sticker. When I click this arrow inside the box, I'm then going to hit copy, go back to my digital planner, and the first day of school for us is it's August 12th for our students, so make sure my selection tool is selected. I'm going to hold down on the screen and hit paste. So from here, I can resize it to whatever size I need. So then I have first day of school ready to go. Now I can also put it on August 12th. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to hit paste. And I have first day of school ready to go. Oh, I like it better at the bottom. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my digital stickers because I want to label this for my block 1 math, and then block 2 math, and block 3 math. So I go back to my digital stickers. At the bottom, there is a home button on every single slide that brings you back to your first page of stickers. So I'm going to click on block 1, and my block 1 is, their color is pink. So I'm going to select this one, take screenshot, click the box with an arrow, copy, go back to my digital planner, hold down the screen, paste, and now I have block 1. Now I just need the word math. Go back to my digital stickers, click home, find the word math, and then I'm going to lasso, take screenshot, box with the arrow, copy, go back to your planner, hold down on the screen, and paste. So now I have that my block 1 math is these 2 blocks. So, but I don't want to go back and forth from the stickers every single week whenever I want to label all of these. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put one more block right here because after my math class, I have intervention where I teach a school-wide intervention group. So I'm going to find, intervention. I'm going to circle that. Take screenshot, box with the arrow, copy, go back to your planner, hold down on your screen, and paste. So let's say you have all of these filled out up top, but you don't want to repeat that, go back and forth every week. So you can use your lasso tool, go all the way around all of the things, copy, and then I'm going to go to the next week and I'm going to paste it in. It's ready to go. So I can do it week by week, month by month as I plan it, but it'll be ready to go. And of course, if you have them filled out all the way across, you can do the same thing, lasso them all, and then copy and paste them. So inside the digital stickers, there are some with pictures. So if I come back here, go home, and I have a field trip plan. That's one of my favorites. So I'm going to click here, and I decided that I want the field trip bus one right here. I'm going to select it, take screenshot, and copy. Come back home, go to my digital planner, and I'm going to hold down on the screen and paste. That way I know that day has a field trip. And of course you can put it on the individual days. Okay? Now, one more thing I would like to show you about stickers is I'm a little bit extra, as you can tell, and I like to put my Bitmoji on everything, like you could see on my schedule. So if you want to insert your Bitmoji into anywhere, so let's say maybe you want to put it on this screen where your name is, make sure you have the Bitmoji app downloaded onto your iPad, and then you can copy from there. If you don't have it downloaded onto your iPad, you can easily use your phone or the Google Chrome extension to copy the Bitmoji picture, send it to your iPad, okay? So when you're in the Bitmoji app, it's gonna go ahead and load a few popular ones, but if you click down here, I usually like the Hey version. So on the, like when you go to text it to yourself or on the Google Chrome extension, you can search for something, but I'm gonna go ahead and click on this one, and then I'm just going to copy it, okay? Once I copy it, I then go back to the GoodNotes app, and then I can hold down on the screen and hit paste. So I can put that there or anywhere else. So for example, if you have something particular going on, then you can grab a Bitmoji that's similar to that. Okay, instead of you watching me be super extra and edit all of this one by one, I decided to just go ahead and add some things that I need to my planner and just show you how you could edit this. So like I said, this is the beginning of every month. So you have some notes that you need to write and any events and holidays. You can insert your Bitmoji just like I showed you in previous. You have different goals you can set and your word of the month. And I like to have 5 VIP things that I want to focus on. Not necessarily school related, but it could be a little bit of school related. So in August, I have all of these different things. And then when you go to my August calendar, you can see how I've customized it. And it's a little hard to see because of the glare, but I've changed the teacher workday. I have a training sticker when I have duty, a field trip, my Backstreet Boys concert, faculty meeting, first day of school, and my birthday. So when you click on that week, it also brings you to those days, and I just simply copied and pasted it from the other page, so I didn't have to go back and forth from Bitmoji to this more than once. I just copied and pasted it here wherever I needed it. So I also went in and put all of my different classes that I teach. So since I want to use all of these boxes instead of just doing one column for block 1 math, I'm going to go ahead and use both of these for block 1 math, my intervention group, block 2 math, and block 3 math. And I went ahead and put it on every page throughout the year. I also have these no school stickers for that day is actually Labor Day. I have it, with and without the Netflix stickers, and then I also have these bigger ones if you wanted to, and you could use those. So for September, I went in and kind of put no school when we didn't have school. August, I went through and put the different things. And also I have notes pages. So let's say for August, you wanted to input a paper that you received at a training. So my principal likes to give us paper handouts, usually some kind of meeting agenda. And I usually just write on that and then keep it. Of course, you could write in this, but sometimes she has important information on that faculty meeting. So I use an app called Cam Scanner to scan the faculty meeting paper. So if you come and use, it looks like this. It's a free app, but there's plenty of scanner apps out there. So once you open it, there are a few ads, but it's glitchy. Now it's small because it's really an iPhone app. So if you scanned it on your iPhone, you could also add it this way. So what I do is I click on the picture button down below. And then here you have different options. If it's a single page or a batch. So a batch would be more than one. So I'm going to go ahead and scan this page. And once you scan it, sometimes you have to adjust the different dimensions. So I just kind of put it towards the corner of each page. And then I click the check mark and it turns it into a scanned document. So then I'm just going to rename it August, even though this is November, August faculty meeting. If I can type. Okay, then I'm going to click the check button and it goes directly into my files. Then I'm going to hit share and I want it to be a JPEG, which is that means it's an image. So that way I can just insert it. And I'm going to click open in and save to files. Now you can always go back and delete it once it's inserted into your planner, but I just save it on my iPad. You could also save it in your iCloud drive, but I just save it here so that way I know it's all in the same spot. So once I add it, I can go back into my GoodNotes app, go back to where I wish to insert it, hold down on the screen and click image. From there, I go to where I saved it. So if you don't want to download the Cam Scanner app, you could take a picture of it as well, and you can insert it that way. But you want to click iCloud Drive where you found it at, click your image, and there it is. So you don't have to leave it big. You can actually make it small like this because you can always zoom in on it if you wish. And the quality is just as good. So you could write, or not. Sorry. You could write faculty meeting notes. So whenever you want to see it, you could actually just zoom in on it and see what you needed. What did you say at the faculty meeting? You could just go back and zoom in on it. So that's one of my favorite tricks because I can't stand to have all these papers on my desk because I don't want to lose them, but at the same time, I'm trying to go paperless. So I don't want to have a folder that I have to bring back and forth. I can just go ahead and simply have it all here. Also, I do like the fact that this app, the GoodNotes app, is also available on your iPhone, and it will sync. As long as this is connected to the internet and your phone is connected to the internet, then both of them can sync. So if you want to pull something up, your iPad died or your phone died, then it should be able to sync. Now, with that being said, You do not need the internet to use this app. So let's say you bring this to a meeting and there's no internet in that meeting. You do not need the internet once this planner is on your iPad. You can edit it because as you can see right now I'm on airplane mode to not have notifications, but you do not need the internet to edit this. One more thing I wanted to show you was if you wanted to put that page on a notes page so it was big. So let's say you received that paper at a training and it's a very important paper on how to use a computer program or something like that, and you wanted it big on this page. So you can insert it the exact same way and you can make it as big as you want it. But let's say you want this to be with your November pages or with your August papers. So when you click on the waffle, you will be able to move this page wherever you want it to be. So if you would like to move it behind November, behind May, wherever you would like to add it, you can do that as well. And it will not mess up your links to the other pages like this. So you can also copy this page. And then you can also insert it if you would like. So once you hit copy, it's going to copy that page that you selected. And then it will allow you to insert it wherever you would like. So let's say we go up to July, and we want to insert it after this page. So I'm going to go ahead and click the plus sign right here, and that's to add a page, and I'm going to paste the copy page. So once I do that, it puts that page right behind it like I want it. So then when I go back to my planner and I swipe right, it's right there. So you could even have this labeled as July notes and keep all of your July notes there. Okay, I'm very excited about this planner. I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to making many in the future. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know.